take what your mama gave you.
Man, I'm worried about Sarah. She still hasn't come back since yesterday. Hell, I'm worried about Marie and Lily as well. They're all missing for some weeks. I should give one of them a call. Oh, what a coincidence. Hello? Hey, it's Sarah. Could you come down here? I have a special surprise for you. Didn't know my birthday came early. Rise and shine, Sassy. Ah! Are you tired of hearing your nickname yet? For God's sake, you're just as creepy as the demon inside me. And by the way, I'm kind of am. Can you call me by my chosen first name? Inez? Funny. I thought you would go as the hitman. It's because of the color scheme, huh? It was purely coincidental, but now that I think about it, I really should buy some proper leggings after you free me! You scum of earth! Settle down, Undertaker. You're not the only one I've kidnapped. Are you worried about your sister Sarah? Your girlfriends? Oh, none of them didn't talk to you for a few weeks. Well, here they are. What the hell? The whole gang is here. We got Sleepy Lady Magneto, gagged up Supermodel, and of course, your bitch of a sister. Wow, you really hate everyone, huh? Lily was a hard one. After she escaped my kidnapping, all she thinks about is killing me with her mind powers. I overheard you two that she wants to turn me into a bloody mess. That's how dangerous she is. So I had to sneak behind her when she left her from work, then cover her mouth in a chloroform napkin to easily get her. Why does Marie have you know what? Oh, she has something hidden inside her soul. Something powerful and demonic. If she doesn't orgasm for a total of 8 hours, let's just say things will get lustful. So every 7.5 hours, I let the vibrator on until she orgasms. And as for Sarah, well, I killed her, stole her car, put it in the back, then drove here. I love exploiting your resurrection powers. I fucking hate you. Speaking of Marie, you look a lot like a canker sister. You just need to lose the lipstick and the collar, then a change of pants and a wristband on your left arm. I don't have a band, so this will do. So you want me to review an Ed and Eddie game? Is that the way to get our freedom? Nah, that will be too fitting. I want you to review this. Don't we have anything worse than this? There's a catch. No, seriously, there has to be something worse than the first SSX. Well, if you don't mind making out with me, then I'll free you all. Actually, that is a better choice. Are we in Alabama all of a sudden? Can't believe you fell for it, you stupid idiot. Now wear these and review the game. And by the way, call me Paula from now on. Oh look, it's the game I wanted to review 4 fucking years ago. Motocross is essentially a downhill snowboarding race. Okay. Steven Rex Schaffner created the sport alongside Greg Stump when they were producing some TV show. After an episode about it aired, it then quickly gained popularity around the world, which then became an Olympic sport since 2006. Now, in between this and that, Stevie Reg worked for EA for a while and became the executive producer for a little video game called SSX. You ever heard of it? Yes. He also spearheaded the FIFA games, but let's not delve into that again. He was originally supposed to be on the Saturn, then on the Dreamcast, but since EA asked their support for Sega after some bullcrap, they switched sides to Sony and made it a launch title for the PS2. At least in Europe. But not just EA Sports, but the EA Sports big label, becoming the first game to have that. Shouldn't NASCAR Rumble have that label first? Who cares? So in late 2000, the game was released with staggering reviews, becoming a fan favorite series until it went stale after SSX3 reached its peak somewhat. How am I supposed to work like this? Okay fellas, I hope your dicks are prepared because you're about to get some nostalgia-gasm. Ready?
EA Sports.
I didn't feel anything. Oh! Oh god! Oh, now I do. There's only 2 modes to choose, single events and World Socket, the main bulk of the game. You only have 4 casters to choose from at the moment. There's Little Mac, Moby Dick, Diva, and Elise. Or as the track announcers call her, Elisa.
Elisa!
Why didn't they keep her original name instead of changing to the name of a car? You could also unlock other characters by winning gold at the events, just as Zoe, without the Y. They have their own stats, which can be upgraded by getting medals or by choosing boards. After that, you get to choose your board and outfit, and then get into the races. There are 2 types of events, race and show off. Race consists of 3 rounds, but it's pretty much getting to the podium to progress. Next is show off, where you get to do stunts to rack up points and reach a milestone to earn medals. Basically those Tony Hawk downhill levels, but on snow. Tony Hawk Shred? Ah! Since this is a different type of racer, pressing up makes it go forward. X is for jumps, and holding it will pre-wind it. Holding that, then a direction, then releasing the X button will make the character spin, flip, or both. The shoulder buttons are for the grabs. You can press a combination for different grabs, and doing those will give you not only points, but also adrenaline boost, which you activate by holding square. Basically, it's a nitrous boost from Need for Speed, except this one is leaking, and you will lose a bit when you reset. Also be warned that you can't just do the same tricks over and over again, as it decreases when you land, so variety is key, but you can't tweak that same trick by only square. So yeah, I really love the controls. It's rather smooth, even when using the D-pad. Apparently it's my preferred choice, even if it gives me blisters on my left thumb when doing tricks. My issue with it is that you can't turn during pre-wind, but I reserved it out of jumps. Tricky fixed it where you must turn with the left stick doing pre-wind, but again, I almost never use it in that game either. Although sometimes the pre-wind stays even when you go mid-air from a ramp, and it frustrates me a lot. The controls might be complicated, but there's a one-map map which is a tutorial featuring characters playing the basics, depending on the language you selected. While races, well, your standard race with tricks you can do, plus power-ups like trick boost which can speed up the spins to insane levels, show-off is different. Like I said, you must do tricks to reach certain amounts of points to win medals before time runs out. There are checkpoints that add time and snowflake multipliers that increases the points during airtime by 2, 3, or 5 depending on the color. Not only you can do grabs and spins, you can go on rails but you don't need a button to mount. The game does that for you, like it should. Also, they speed you up considerably, even more when you use boost, so good luck with the launches. Once you actually upgrade your character and earn boards, you can get to ridiculous measures. Show off is actually my favorite type, even if the tracks don't have additional stunt props like in Tricky. Still, it's actually quite challenging to get medals compared to its sequel, even with upgraded stats. Plus, the snowflakes, especially the red ones, are placed in odd locations that makes you go, how? How? Man, my thumb is really hurting a lot. Oh, Ines, you thought this was gonna be a pleasant ride with no catches at all? You're quite wrong. The catches are quite more nuanced than you think. It's not just the blisters, hon.
I'm tired of you simpletons kidnapping me for who I am. You won't believe how many times I was kidnapped in my f***ing life. As a newborn, as a 6-year-old, as a high school student, and now twice as an adult. And you know what happens when I get kidnapped?
Shh. Don't mind me. Keep playing. As for the actual races, oh god. Race events, like I said, are divided into 3 races. Quarterfinals, semifinals, and the big one, the finals. Man oh man, I like the type, but it can get irritating when the opponents are such bullies. When you're near them, like at the start, you gotta get ran by them sometimes, even when they're not pushing you. You can push them up by using the right stick, but only at the left or right border. Man, it is so tricky, Run DMC would have showed up. For the tracks themselves, there's a total of 8 tracks, not including the warm-up one. They're quite unique and also annoying like Mesa Blanca. God, I despise these turns. They're only there just to slow you down for not taking the shortcuts. You can tame them by breaking through the alpha glasses, or not so subtle ones like the underground mine, which no matter how I do it, I keep going in upside down. Tokyo Megaplex is better, but still annoying with its giant pinball props the opponents can activate. But the launch at the start and the fact that it's the only close track in the series makes up for the annoyances. The most ridiculous track has to be Aloha Ice Jam. It's about the context. Whoever built this somehow managed to transport a huge goddamn ice pack to Hawaii, and it somehow didn't melt even after the track was done. I would have believed if it's something like Wipeout, but in the present day, I can live with an indoor snowboard course, a pinball track, and racing down the city, but you just lost me by an iceberg somewhere in Hawaii. And holy shit, you brought the penguins with you? Other than that, it's a fine, challenging track with some fancy visuals. Oh, so you're fine with some of the telekinetic powers, but not that? You have some weird standards, miss. My favorite track is Elysium Alps. Despite its long length, I enjoy its variety and its visuals. I love sunrise, you know. Or is it a sunset? My only crap is this part with the windows. You can do a slalom around the walls by doing this, but that can get scary. When you get gold at the Pipe Dream Show-Up event, you'll unlock On Track for free ride, which is about as insane as doing a 900 in a Tony Hawk game. An actual 900, not the special trick. I quite like this track, and it's a great reward. No announcer, no audience, just you, the mountain, the ambient sounds, and Hybrid's finished symphony playing in the background. Too bad the difficulty in general is a mess in World Circuit. Oh, I'm not done yet. Oh my god, I'm getting the feeling there's something wrong with the finals race. How come whenever I do good at the first two races, I always screw up and eventually get second place? Holy shit, I almost got it at Tokyo Megabus and yet I screwed that up just before the finish. Not only that, but the rubber banding is also a big issue. Oh gee, 10 seconds ahead of the pack, sometime later, holy shit! The game is rigged against me, I tell you! Or maybe it's a combination of the finals races being set at the hardest difficulty, your loss of composure, and your anxiety to always win gold, even though you're just fine to progress to the next venue, if you're at least in the podium. But I want to get everything! I want to unlock everything the game has, not leaving it at the bare minimum. No you don't. Seriously, just leave it as it is and talk about the prison. Oh my god, you're actually crying over a minute thing? Wow! What in the name of Zeus's butthole happened to you since we first met? Leave me alone. I just want to go home. No, you're not! Finish the f***ing game or I'll have to beat you up to a pulp. I hope Lily will appreciate it, you cowardly bitch. Don't you ever massacre my daughter like that. Oh, so you're her mom, huh? Ain't that sweet? Well, not entirely, but think of my demonic possession of her as an adoption. Now, can I steal her review for a sec? Aren't you gonna rescue your friends? Are you questioning me? No! You go right ahead. It takes some patience to get everything, but if you don't want to spend a full day winning every single event in World Circuit, as every character to fully upgrade their stats, and unlock every board, and doing every specific trick in a book as every character to get all the outfits, you can just go to the options menu, hold all the shoulder button, and then press down, left, up, right, X, circle, triangle, and square. Then hold all the shorter buttons again, but this time press X 7 times, then square, and now all the characters are all beasts. There you go. No more complaining, you spoiled brat. Man, I didn't expect you to be this chill. I mostly finish games to their bare minimum. I don't complete them for a living like some bearded dragon rider. Yeah, it's not as fun as edging a client, come to think of it. You're a sex worker, huh? Most of the time I do topless pole dancing, but other than that, yeah, I'm a hooker when I'm feeling frisky. I used to be one. Here's some advice. Go to hell. It's way much safer to be a trans hooker there than on Earth. I've met a tragic mortal and back in the 80s. You know how the song and dance goes. I know what you feel. Do you have a name? You can call me Leticia. I don't want to drag the video even more, but before I move on, can you get up and show your back to me? Ow! Ow, my back! That's for kidnapping my girl Lily! As for graphics, while a bit dated in some aspects, they still hold up almost 20 years ago. Feeling old yet mortal? I love how colorful and loud it looks, especially the Megaplex. I actually love Elysium Apps' visuals more than on Tricky. While similar, the starting area feels emptier, and this part is foggier for some reason, but at least the glass part is straight for the races. The game, however, lags, and even when there isn't much on the screen, it doesn't go full 60 FPS or 15 PAL regions. It stutters as evident on the flyovers. The pump persists in Tricky, and even free at times. Maybe if they stick to 30 I will be fine, but this is a 6th generation, so they had to remove the frame rate limiter just in case. For sound, this has a lot more character than the sequel. The jumps and the landing after doing tricks have more oomph with its sounds, which saddens me when they took them off. I love Razel Brown as the announcer. I don't find him annoying as, say, the Ridge Racer guy. Not even when he makes a quip when I fumble.
Wilson, you have a problem.
Why did they took those off, as well as the track announcers with their sound effects? The characters though, well, some speak in their native language, and they really are funny. I just don't like Elise, mainly whenever you jump. She's so fucking annoying! No wonder Lucy Lou made her a lot more bearable and tricky. Why did Sassy play as her for most of the review? She could have played as Zoe. She's definitely her type. Well, I guess it's because she doesn't have bigger you-know-whats. Or maybe because she loves blondes a lot. Look, like I said, she has some weird standards. Oh, I get it now. She doesn't care. Music still kicks ass. There are some slow-paced ones like Top Bomb and Surprise Package, and even they sound just as good. Jen Sin, Superwoman, Punk Shock, and Slave Border are our favorites. It's hard to pick just one of them.
Shake what your mama gave you. Left, right, and back.
It's also interactive depending on the position you're at and when you're close to the finish. Reminds me of Need for Speed Carbon. Speaking of which, despite the intensity of the gameplay, the menu music is just as chill as NASCAR Rumble. SSX is a really entertaining game. Unfortunately, it's one of those games where the sequel is much better remembered due to, well, how the gameplay is improved tremendously. I may have criticized Tricky for a bit, but it really is a better sequel. It just misses a few touches. Still, it became one of the best launch titles for the system, as it's something you don't see often these days, aside from regular sports titles. Raise your mortal hands if you heard of Rise, Sun, and Rome. Loco Cycle? Crimson Dragon? Holy shit, really? It don't matter. Now, can we go now? Oh yeah, sure, but with one exception. Sarah stays with me. What? Look, I'm sorry about you being a lab rat like this as a clone, okay? Just please let me go! A simple apology isn't gonna cut it, honey. You need your scientist friend to stop that crap once and for all. But since you're having difficulty cooperating with me ever since we met in Sassy's house, I've sent one of my late clone sisters to burn your car. Too bad that it ended a bigger fire and she got killed by the demon alongside my other sister. That was... you? You monster! Amazing that we got away with that crap. I demand you to free Sarah right now. Over my dead body, sweetie. Fellas? What's going on with Marie? The hell? The alarm didn't ring. Oh, god damn it, the clock app crashed.
What's happening?
So, she became a winged succubus. What a pleasant surprise.
Sassy, if you can hear me from there, this is what I was supposed to show you. As for you, Liddy, are you fine with teaming up with me, so that we can escape?
I could do this alone, but for this instance, let's go. Alright! I'll free Sarah then! Ugh, f***ing demons. Paula, I'll give you another chance in life. You must let go of your sins from your sisters and move on with your life. You've been a free woman for almost a year, so it seems pointless to seek revenge on us. But if you ever do anything harmful to any of Sassy's friends again, especially Lily, then I'll either kill you or let her crush you with her mind. Got it? I hate you. Love you too. I must go now before my daughter whines about her transformation. So I bid you all a fine adieu. Damn, that was really harsh. At least it didn't last over 30 minutes this time. What do you mean? Long story. Oh, for the love of... I really hate that shit. Just like last year.
Let's get out of here. Anyone up for a drink at the Supernatural bar?
Sure thing.
Great idea. I really need a drink. You coming, Sassy?